Hi, I'm Bob Iverson. My guest today is David Philips, the mayor of Tilton. And he has a whole lot of plans for the future going on for the Village of Tilton, and has been trying to let people know about some of the things they hope to do. So, Mr. Mayor, what's your first one? I know everyone will talk about traffic. They're always saying, what's the traffic flow going to be like? You've got some changes for a new intersection and some other things. Kind of give us details on that.
No, just for technical reason, we're going to call it Ramp Road, okay? So it's no confusion of 15th and half and 16th Street, but technical, we have a plan somewhere between 14th Street and 16th Street to put an intersection in and kind of eliminate the ramps at 14th Street. Basically, when you look at it, the overall plan, you just see an extension of the ramps moving a little bit further south to get onto 14th Street. But, we've been out there for 25 years trying to get Georgetown Road developed, and then the biggest issue has been access to the developable property. And we had Phoenix come in with an engineering consultant firm out of Muhammad, Illinois, and they done a little study, and then it went from no to yes from IDOT. So, I mean, when you do the comprehensive study and you do it accurately, then you get cooperation out of IDOT. And, the original plan, they showed 5 or 6 big boxes back there, and the buildings would look nice. But when Tom started doing it over, he said, where are you going to park everybody? There's no parking. They didn't calculate any parking spaces for these big boxes. So, basically, our plan shows some outlots here at Southgate Drive and 16th Street, and then some outlots north of that, which would be at Ramp Road. And then we have one big partial lot in the back for a big box to sit on.
Okay, by big box, for those who aren't quite sure, they're talking like larger stores, the Target, Meijer kind of stores.
About 154,000 square foot is what you're looking at, and I think everybody down here is hopeful there'll be Home Depot will be the anchor store, and we are too. But then we've had contact with Home Depot. I personally talked to them over 15 years ago, and they had other people with them, and they was the same thing 15 years ago. You get a traffic light here, we'll look at it again, and we're definitely been in contact with them folks, and they're definitely pecking around. So, but like I said, there's no guarantee when you deal with retail folks. It's biggest issue is I'm sure you guys heard before is just getting them here, getting in their schedule, and trying to get one of the CEOs down here to look at the sites.
I know when we were talking before, you said it was almost like a field of dreams. You build it and they will come. With you guys, it's build the roads and have a stoplight, and then we'll be coming.
That's right. Right now all that property is under control by Chaplin Management, and we own property there too, and he's got an option on us too. And he's a big developing group out of Champaign, and he's developed. He owns Vermain Chevrolet, of course, and several car dealerships, and he's also developed other land into retail centers. So he's very familiar in how to get them, and he keeps saying, "Let's just get the stoplight, and you'll be beating them away with ball bats after you get the stoplight. You'll be able to choose who you want to come in there."
So the retail and businesses you're talking about are basically where like the Vermilion Chevrolet used to be, and then the Daniel School site.
That's correct. And the old Skyway, there's agents there. Then the old Skyway property is what everybody knows it as. But there's 30-some acres there, and it's potential. And we get the roads in there and the infrastructure, and that's the number one thing people don't understand, that people that invest money in the community don't want road construction going on in front of their business while they're trying to open. So our job is to get the infrastructure in, get the intersection built, and we're meeting with the Chaplin Management next week sometime, and we're actually going all the way as far as grading the outlots and getting ready to build on.
Now, there's another little section of new business. It's behind Riches, I guess would be the best way to describe it. What kind of things are going in there?
Well, Ryan Quick stepped up. He's a local gentleman here out of Vermain County. He's putting in a little strip center in there. There's actually going to be 3 of them. He's got a cafe planned in there right now, kind of like Charlotte's, and a lot of people may not be knowing this, but he actually owns Charlotte's now, so he's bought his dad out. So, and the other one is a beauty shop that his wife's planning on. She owns one now, but they're going to move down here and put in. And then that would be east of King Street would be all the commercial. West of King Street which is currently not there, we're getting ready to extend it out for him, would be all housing slated towards senior. And if you come up to City Hall, we got a picture. I know you've seen it, Bob. It's not some low-income units. Everybody started rumoring this is going to be low-income. Well, I don't think what we've seen is a low-income facility.
Now, another place where you're having some work going on is the I-74 ramp off of into what used to be the GM plant. What do you plan for there?
Well, I don't know how people feel about Danville and Tilton, but when you drive down the interstate and you see a plant sitting there for 25 years vacated, it looks like a junkyard. That's not a very good welcoming site. And we do have we're going to be modifying the interchange to accommodate a future truck stop, and they're on the same page everybody else. You build the roads, we're coming. And so the frontage of that's going to be a kind of retail, light commercial, and the back of it would be a light industrial facility is what we got planned. And it's definitely going to change the way G Street looks today. Everybody travels the U.S. The Federal Highway Authority has been here. They know they're going to have to stop when they get off the interstate. This is one of the last few across the United States where you can actually free flow off the highway. And you know, the speed limit is 70 and the speed limit on the frontage roads is 40, but, you know, they don't slow down. It's 70 miles an hour. So there's a big safety issue there, and people familiar with the area know they can travel, but people that's not familiar with the area go down at the bottom of that ramp and stop, and then they have rear-end collisions there all the time. So that's what we're trying to prevent also.
That's always been a confusing intersection. When you get off, you're not quite sure what street to turn or go ahead or whatever.
When we get done, you're not there. The limited choice is just going to be left, right. There's not going to be no more straight, no more. It's left and right. You're not going to be able to get off the ramp and then jump right back on the interstate. There's definitely going to be a big change for the motoring public along them frontage roads. How
did you get to the point in the Village of Tilton? Why now, I guess, is the question. These are things that have been talked about for years. Why did you get to the point now where you're saying, hey, we're going to move forward, we're going to fix the roads, and we're going to get some development down here?
Well, I think, you know, it's been a long time, like you said. We went through post-911, and we went through the economy slumping. It seemed like every time we got someone on board, something would happen to the U.S. economy. And I think it's at the point now, I think county market shows the potentials down here, what they're doing. They went from a zero building to their #1 store in Danville area, and it shows the potential. There is shoppers down here wanting to come here.
Now, what's the timetable for a lot of this? I know the state budget, as with everybody else, is slowing things down, but when do you expect to get some of this moving?
Well, we were hoping if they released the jobs money back to us. They haven't taken anything away. They just put a stop on everything, basically. And we're hoping to build all the frontage along Georgetown Road down to 14th Street this spring during this summer's construction season, and then come back in 2017 and do the Route 1 improvements. If we do the frontages first, that kind of gives you a scenario to get around the one-lane construction going on Georgetown Road.
Yeah, a lot of people, I don't think, realize that with the state of Illinois being so slow on things, the construction projects are put into the budget way ahead of time, and if you don't have a budget, that's really messes up the whole process.
Then you're limited in Illinois. I mean, there is a season, and you're limited. When you're out of that season, contractors charge you premium money, and a lot of people don't know that contractors charge you premium money for pouring concrete in July and August because it's so hot, and they got to keep that concrete cool. So they like to be in the spring and pouring the cement early, and try to stay away from Illinois' heat also.
And, of course, you try to stay away from Illinois' winter. It can't be cold and pour stuff.
That's right, exactly right. So there is a limit of the season, and if you get out of that season, the cost of everything goes up. So we had a good, contractor on the last project. Foyt's Construction did a lot of them, and they done an excellent job. But they're also in the Illinois budget scheme, too. When you don't pay your bills, do you want to work for the state of Illinois? That's where a lot of these vendors are at right now.
That's true. Well, thank you very much, Tilton Mayor David Philips, for coming on and letting us know about some of this.
Well, I appreciate being invited, and WITY is one of our biggest supporters, so we appreciate them very much for giving us the opportunity to put the projects out there in front of the public.